What's your take before we go to the next book? What's your take on the Charlie Kirk assassination, the storming of the White House with the president? What do you think all that was boiled down based on your opinion and your research on what we're dealing with now? What's your take on all that? Was it a conspiracy theory? Was he basically saying things that people didn't, that the hierarchy didn't want him to say? Do you think that he was assassinated because they wanted to make him a martyr? Why do you think people stormed into the White House? Nobody has stormed into the White House, not even during slavery.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think, I mean, Charlie Kirk, that's a loaded one. There's a lot going on there. But I believe that he was essentially an articulate propagandist for hierarchy. He was saying that the existing hierarchy is valid and that we should keep it. Like his ultimate message is that men should be over women, and that white folks should be over black folks and brown folks, and that rich people should be over poor people. And I reject those ideas. I don't agree with any of that. I think that's all wrong. I think the way things are now is completely unfair and should definitely be changed towards greater equality, especially greater economic equality, which will help balance all the other unequal hierarchies as well. I tend to believe, I mean, I don't know anything, but the people who say that because Charlie Kirk was turning against Israel, that was the reason that he was killed, that has plausibility to me, because as a person who makes social media content, I've seen the power of the pro-Israel strain on social media. And I know how powerful that is. It's a very powerful propaganda arm. They have what's called Hezbollah. It's run by the IDF. It's soldiers in Israel who work on social media, who help promote the propaganda messages that give people sympathy towards Israel and what they're doing. So when people talk about them, but it's, there's no proof, there's no solid proof at this point. But it's a real taboo, but that's, I haven't talked about it in any of my posts, but that's kind of where I lean. As far as January 6th goes, I think there's a lot of resentment in our society. And I think people on the right feel resentment just like people on the left. And I think Trump has successfully convinced a lot of people on the right that he's fighting for them. In my opinion, Trump lies about just about everything he says. Not an honest person. And I don't think anybody, so I'm just surprised that anybody believes anything he says.